on, black baby. So Ruby sent me an email. They're having this special $2.70 for a cheeseburger and fries. But just like any special deal now in California, there's like lines out the door at Ruby's. Hey, this is George. I'm in Colton, California, Union Pacific Hump Rail Station. This is a hump station where they bring in trains from the ports, they break them up to put on different trains, and they ship them all throughout the country. And I came down here to take a look at the facilities. You know, container traffic is way down, railroad traffic is way down. One of the largest hump railroad stations. There'll be an article in the sidebar, but pretty much Union Pacific's quarter profit is down 12% over last quarter. They're down to $468 million in revenue. Last year they had $531 in revenue. Their earnings have dropped 28%. You're talking $3.3 billion loss over last year. This is huge. Container traffic all throughout the U.S. has slowed to a standstill. But the one thing I noticed here, there's just not a lot happening. Everyone keeps talking about the economy recovering, the economy recovering. The economy must be recovering. We must have a bottom out in real estate. You know what? The Federal Reserve, through all the bailouts, the stimuluses that the government handed out, and also all the federal policies, the Federal Reserve policies keeping interest rates artificially low, that's basically like injecting the economy with heroin. The entire country now is popped up with a short spurt of heroin, and that's popping the Dow Jones to 9,000. That's having all the money pour into stocks right now. All the money going into stocks right now is all cheap credit money. It's all a hoax, guys. If you're invested in the stock market, be very, very careful. Just remember, this economy isn't going to come back until you see small businesses start lighting it up again. People getting jobs. It's not just hitting a bottom. It's getting off your bottom and going back to work. Remember, except for Lehman Brothers, all of the bad assets in the economy haven't been cleared out. Denninger talks about that all the time. We need to clear out all the bad assets of the economy to move forward. It's kind of like you're sick and you have a disease. You need to get rid of the disease before you can start healing again. You can't just get up out of bed and say, okay, everything's fine. I don't feel as crappy as I did before. You got to clear out all the bad stuff. Right now, the U.S. budget deficit is $2 trillion. The way Obama and his administration is going, I wouldn't be surprised by the end of Obama's administration if this deficit doubles to $4 trillion. Remember, this Dow rally can be exactly what a lot of people are saying it is. It could be a bull rally in a bear market. Remember, the Dow hit a low of 6,440 in March. There's no reason that the Dow can't retest that low. Wall Street, CNBC, Fox Business News, 90% of what you're hearing out there, they're telling you we're having an economic recovery. I think this is part of it. Just taking a look around, opening your eyes. I mean, coming out here to the railroad station, nothing's really happening here. Go take a look at the commercial office space that's vacant, retail, businesses going out of business. Go talk to small business owners. What's happening? 90% of the media is telling you we're having an economic recovery, a jobless recovery. Whoop-de-doo. You know, who cares? It's not a recovery. I don't even know why they're lying to you. Maybe they want you to pump all your money into the stock so they can bottom it out and screw you even more. You know, first they screw you out 100 or 200,000 out of the equity of your homes. Next they want your 401ks. Goldman Sachs reported a profit of $3.44 billion this month. Goldman Sachs, the company that's being accused of front running. Goldman Sachs, the company that took all that money in bailouts and stimuluses. Goldman Sachs, the company that was the counterparty to AIG, and AIG was bailed out, and AIG paid off Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, the company that provides all of our Treasury secretaries, and a lot of the Federal Reserve employees, and a lot of the Treasury Secretary, the Treasury employees. I mean, When is this going to be discussed by the media? The fact that Goldman Sachs is making a profit of $3.44 billion this month, and they're one of the hugest recipients of TARP money and bailout money. The government saved AIG. And who was the largest counterparty of AIG? It was Goldman Sachs, to the tune of $12.9 billion. Put it all on, put it all on black, baby. Put it all on black. And then they make $3.44 billion. Now, what happens when this market goes bad? What do you think is going to happen when we retest those lows of 6,440? And, a company like Goldman or a company like JP Morgan lose it all. Oh, systemic risk. Systemic risk. We have to use taxpayer dollars to bail them out, or we're going to have martial law on the streets. We're going to have Armageddon. We have to save the banks. Well, who is regulating the banks right now? How are they making that $3.44 billion? Are they doing it legitimately? Are they ripping people off? Are they playing Wall Street Casino, the game?